We're on, Mo.
Welcome back. As I'm having a chocolate milk here, drinking my fast.
Mo, we're on.
We are. Simon Dagenet, Peeze, Eagle, GM Ocon here on this Week 4 recap. Week 5 here. We're at the 5-week mark as of Sunday. So a reminder for all those teams out there. You need 5 games to be playoff eligible.
There's 6
Not
left.
6. There's 6 left. You need 5.
So we still got time.
Got time. Gentlemen, let's talk about the week that was in Div D1 and Div D2.
Yes, sir.
Games that caught your attention was what, Simon Dagenet?
Brotherhood finally wins a game against Renegades. There's one of those games where Brotherhood looked really good offensively. I'm a bit surprised after seeing how they played in the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, so I don't know if this is detriment to Renegades or Brotherhood figured it out. Either way, it must feel good to get a win after not being able to do much.
Well, they got cracked, right, Brotherhood? They got cracked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After being cracked, it's good to be able to put up 38, win by 18 points, put it behind you, you know? Move on, sort of.
Jamal Gibbs, 14-23 for 193. Good remedy to come back.
38 points.
Weren't you benching him last week?
I was.
Yes.
I definitely was. Because when I watched that game 2 weeks ago with Simon, not to backtrack too far here, it just felt like, man,
That was as bad as it gets.
it was force-fed. Like, it was bad.
But I love that the analysis was like, wouldn't they be better with Jamal
super
Gibbs at
reactive,
receiver?
right?
Yes, obviously they would be better with him at receiver.
Like any team ever.
It's like,
We are a
wouldn't this team
reactionary
be better
league.
with Randy Moss as receiver? Yeah.
Another game I saw with you, Blazing Bayou against Green Hornets. During the game, at some point, I think it was first half, I turned around to Mokan, and Green Hornets were wearing pennies. And I asked Mo, who's the team wearing pennies? He's like, oh, that's Green Hornet. So the team you are not on the bandwagon of anymore. He's like, yeah, that's exactly, yeah, they suck, yeah. And they were up like 13 points.
Nice.
And lost the game.
I
It was
caught.
the chirpiest game, man. Both these teams, well, mostly Blazing Bayou, need to chill. It's flag football.
Yeah, but it's a bunch of.
Yes.
It's a bunch of Badaus in one team.
Only 2 of them.
It's
But
enough.
still, you need to chill.
I got Texas Bearmans versus Beerview Mirrors.
Yep.
The only thing consistent for Beerview Mirrors was Jimmy Colpway throwing hooks to Bobby Spaghettis, who amassed a ton of yaks.
Bobby Spaghettis.
Bobby Spaghettis, man. Colpway just threw up too many deep balls. Jalen Grandison is so impressive on defense.
I mean, he's like NCAA athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what was.
I thought of I only
He's
so
got elements of it.
just knowing him from FPF, I thought he was more of a talent on offense, but I was wrong. He's just fantastic on defense.
He's been hurt for so long.
Yeah.
that you just feel like he's.
Derailed.
Yeah.
A little bit. The game I saw was Fun Boys against Moss City. 41-26 victory for Fun Boys. And this is the first time I thought Fun Boys played really well on both sides of the football here. I mean, the games I score kept of this team with Scott Moronovich as the quarterback, I feel like they underachieved. Like,
I think they're also starting to get more consistency at who shows up every week, and they're finally starting to get guys that are reliable, who are there week in, week out. And Scott can develop chemistry and like know where they're going to be rather than just buying time with his feet and then chucking it.
well, I think the guy that really does it for them is James Acker on both sides. I mean, he had a big pick and had some big grabs for touchdowns for them against Moss City. That we're missing a couple of guys. This wasn't a fully loaded Moss City. Maybe it would have been different from the scoreline perspective.
Maybe.
But I just thought this was probably their best game from minute 1 to the last play of the game.
Keep in mind, Moronovich only got 3 touchdowns in the air, right? There was 1 on defense from Taylor and 2 on the ground. So that pick 6, that doesn't happen. Maybe they get 1 stop on the run, and that's a very tight game.
That's Wade Taylor for those playing the guessing game at home. So I'm surprised, actually, Andrew Ferrier was not more impressive in this game. Fun Boys can be a little predictable at times, but they seem to have caught Ferrier on a bad day, and Fun Boys took advantage.
Yeah, it happens, man. It's regular season. Anything goes. A game that shocked
What's
me a
that
little bit:
mean?
Super Saiyans against Alpha Stars.
Is that an upset? I believe it is. But no Andrew Langworth, though, right?
That's one thing. The upset is more the score than the actual win-loss. Super Saiyan's a good team, but to win by 17 points, it's pretty dominant.
Yeah.
So like it's a big win.
It's a solid defense. You have like the division's best rusher right now in Jenny Johnston as well, who's like a consistent thorn in the side of any quarterback in this division. So they have that strong defense to lean on, and I think that's enough.
Division D2.
Quickly, 29. That's 4 TDs plus a
2
lot of
points.
extra points.
Or safety.
Or
Or
pick.
potentially a safety.
Safety.
Yeah.
Pick, yeah. Give it a pick
Pick
return.
pick for 1, pick for 2.
Surprised by the scoreline of Tough Lungs and Touched by Angeletti, 13-13.
Well, Gordon Ogan got hurt in that game.
He got badly hurt. It
Yeah.
was ugly.
Is he okay? Does anyone know?
He from what I saw at the end of the hurricane, blood, eye was swollen, had to leave the game. That's all I know.
Blood from his eye.
So
That
no
can't-
reporting.
Like I'm not a doctor, but that can't be good.
I mean, there's no way to know that for sure.
Well, I'm pretty sure blood from your eye is not a good thing.
I mean, there's blood in your eye.
No,
so-
because anyways, after he was trying to make a sideline catch, toe drag, and as the defender was coming in to play the ball, he fell down towards the ground and he caught the defender's cleat in the face.
Mm.
But like it was bang, like nobody meant to hit him. The guy jumped over him, but his back foot hit him in the face.
Let's hope Gordon heals up. That sounds awful. Hopefully it's not
it
as
was
bad.
pretty bad.
Team Ethnic beat Browns at Boucherville, but a close game, 25-24.
We were there for that.
I was there.
I'm
Yeah, I spoke at
surprised
the
by
game.
how close that was.
It's so Brown de Boucherville at that game, and they pissed it away. Like I was telling Mokan, Browns de Boucherville are up 18-6. He's like, yeah, stop. Look at I can't. I'm
believe
not
it.
lying. They were playing really, really well for the first half, and then they just went like things just derailed for some reason. The Browns de Boucherville now have Nicholas R on the team.
I was going to
the
say,
difference.
if you notice one big difference in the team, it's 1 GP for Nicholas Lazard.
Yeah, he's like, oh, look,
who's
they have
basically unguardable Division D.
Benjamin Reed's a good quarterback. Browns de Boucherville have trouble at receivers.
Mhm.
They just added possibly the best receiver in the division, and they were able to score with ease.
So Nick Lazard had 9 catches. The other 4 receivers who caught passes had 8 combined.
Sounds about right.
So
The first half it went really well because Nick Lazar was facing man-to-man coverage, and let's be honest, he's going to beat those.
mhm.
Problem is, in the second half, Team Etnic started to key on a little bit more on Nick Lazar, considering, let's take him out, see what happens. And Benjamin Reed was not able to either go to other people or depend on other people or even try to go to other people.
Manuel Lawler throwing 3 interceptions this game.
I was gonna say
2 of them
that
were
game
very
where
bad.
David Andretti took over as QB, he was practically perfect, and Lawler is not doing as well. DeAndretti has no yards on offense in this game. What's the story there?
Was he there?
David DeAndre barely played any offense whatsoever. Like, he didn't really play receiver to begin with. Ben was not necessarily bad, but made some bad plays in the first half that cost him. He made some poor reads early, and two of the picks were by Nicholas R, who was just too good as a safety against the receivers.
I have a question for you, boys.
Yes, go on. What's your question?
So we talked about Tough Lungs, Touched by Angele tie game.
Mm-hmm.
Are you surprised by that scoreline or the fact that Vic in the Box rammed Hot Boys Hotline 44-0?
I'm never surprised when Hot Boys Hotline get rammed. To be honest, I was there to see the start of this game, and it didn't look pretty to begin with.
Are they a fractured group of rammed Hot Boys Hotline?
Considering that we just saw Tabari Yearwood's post on the FPF wall that he's
I
looking
missed
for
it.
a new
Can
team.
you refresh those who didn't see it
No,
today?
apparently he's the best player in Division D2.
Oh yeah, that was like the emojis there of just like the thinking face.
No,
No,
there
but he
was
also just posted on the FPF wall saying that
Oh.
he's looking for a new team.
No, but he was also saying like hands up, and then he looked at himself.
Yeah, he's not even the best D2 player on his team.
He's a really nice guy. He helped
Yeah.
me out pick up the cones actually 2 weeks ago in Brawl
He's a
Stars.
nice guy.
Nice guy for helping.
Being a nice guy doesn't make you the best player.
I like him. So as you're saying before,
Or
Peeze.
Bailey
So
on
I'm just
your
answering
team
whether or not
'cause-
they're fractured. They appear to be
or
fractured.
bailing on your team because you're not winning.
So is Tabari Yearwood going to be donning the Hot Boys Hotline uniform this week in week 5?
I think so.
Because if he's looking for a release and perhaps wants to play in this division,
Well, he could. I mean, if a player wants to be released in a recreational league, you should just release him. You don't need that kind of drama in your
They've
life.
been trying to do that to UCML, but it hasn't worked
I
too
know,
well.
every week.
Unless there's like outstanding fee issues or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
why we have that rule.
I know the reason why there's a rule.
It's also, this was a game where Vic in the Box had both Shamar Jacint
Yeah.
and Max Bura
And Craig Browning.
and Craig Browning. So like their top 3 players basically there
For
on
the only
offense.
time this season.
The guy
And they caught all 5 touchdowns combined. So.
the guys that made them competitive in Division D2.
Well, but they also knew coming into the season that Max Bura wouldn't be there. And like you figure guys will miss other games here and there. So they kind of knew the circumstances they were in before the season started.
Another game I score kept this week. The Grabuge against Libreville. Tie 15-15. Just a weird number to tie 15-15. Grabuge had that game under control. They were up 15-0 at halftime. And then they just simply couldn't score, couldn't do anything.
Was
on
it
offense.
safeties they got to 15?
2-point converts.
Really?
I think Grabuge had a safety, bad snap for safety.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get the ball back at your 10 and bad snap for safety. But Libreville scored a 2-point convert to tie the game. They were down 15-13 after a touchdown, and they got the 2-point convert to tie it.
And the Libreville in this game only had 1 offensive touchdown.
Yeah, pick 6 from Olivier Blanchard, end zone to end zone. It was a pretty good play.
I saw a bit of that game.
It was terrible.
LBB's, I don't know what was worse, your game or my game at 10:30, but it was nothing. It was an eyesore to watch that game.
Their defense is good. Their players are good. But the quarterback play is not up to par in Division D. And they're trying things that are too complicated for what you need.
Right.
If they could just hit underneath patterns, hooks, hitches, slants, it will work way better. But they're trying to make these big plays, 15-yard, 20-yard passes down the field. They're trying to make fades happen. The guy doesn't have the arm to throw a 40-yard fade. Also, you don't have to have it. You'd be fine otherwise. You could run more. He's a fast player. I think they're just trying to do something that doesn't necessarily work well for them, and they're forcing it.
Yes, yeah.
Apparently, I've been proven wrong. Tabari never said that he was the best.
Oh, he's watching the podcast.
Yeah, he just
Nice
posted up
guy.
an emoji.
What a nice guy, man. Tabari Yearwood, man. I like him.
Ball So Hard You doubled Voodoo.
They're back, man.
48-24.
They're back.
Joe Buff
Joe
was
Buff.
awesome.
Looking buff.
6 touchdowns in this game. I love that Mokan again. They get 1 win. They're back, baby.
Well, look.
Recency bias, 100%.
But no one knows, right? They had the forfeit loss of 60-0, and
Yeah.
people wonder, well, boy, who's this team all about? But they're a good team.
Yeah.
And we're going to take that away.
Voodoo going ahead without Etienne Vaillancourt, who is Dominican Republic this week, vacationing. So he missed the game. Trying to rely heavily on Pat Saint-Amand, 10 catches. He did score a touchdown, but Frank K, it wasn't bad. 21 for 27, 157 yards, 3 touchdowns. But then the 2 interceptions. You can't, in a tight game, you can't give the other team the extra
This is Frank K, who's playing on no legs, essentially. No Achilles.
no Achilles.
Like surgically repaired, like potholes
His feet
on
are
his feet.
attached like directly to his shins.
Is there like
Probably, yeah.
Is there like a famous Greek myth that doesn't involve Achilles?
No.
That doesn't involve.
Yeah. Like,
Yes, there are many.
Can you name one?
The Iliad.
The Iliad. There we go. He's the Iliad. He's got no
Yes.
Achilles. So
So let's circle
that's a
back.
good nickname, by the way. We should just
Yeah,
always call
that's
him
pretty
Frank the Iliad.
Iliad.
Okay.
The Iliad.
Let's circle back to Division D1, D1 for a
You can
sec.
say D1.
And Homo Sapiens beat
We just talked
Shomita-
about. No one wants to hear about.
Show me
them 2 weeks in a
your
row-
Show me.
in a
No,
row.
I'm surprised that Show me. First of all, I thought Show Me UTDs would be one of the strongest team in Division D1.
Mhm.
I think we all agreed that they're.
I saw
a
Mike
contender.
Adona yesterday in our Division E game. He did not want to talk about it.
You said
Said
no,
no.
please.
It
Don't
was that bad.
Go away. he
It's-
did. He was very angry.
I mean, you
yesterday,
tried.
so- yeah.
You tried journalism, it didn't work.
I know.
No,
So
the scoreline surprises me a little bit. I'm happy for Homo Sapiens. François Delaurier is having a seriously dominant season. But yeah, Show Me UTDs. I think they're still a contender regardless of the win. I think that just puts more, I would say hope, more.
value in the stock.
Yeah, value. Thank you.
To take from Mokan.
Yeah. Mo doesn't understand the
So
stock market.
not only is Achilles in the Iliad, but it's primarily about the war that is affected by Achilles' wrath.
So in theory,
Thank you. For
I was like,
looking
I
that
know
up.
he's in the story. So, fun fact, I actually have a diploma in Hellenic studies. So
So
It's clearly helping you.
Yeah, 4 podcasts about flying football.
I look forward to seeing.
But it doesn't matter. Frank Gehry is still the alien.
I look forward to seeing Peeze run for politics in Greece and become the prime minister.
Anyone could become the prime minister of Greece.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
that's
literally
a
change them on a
terrible
daily
idea.
basis.
Peeze, you have debt because you have experience there.
Yes.
In
Yeah,
which
that could
case,
work.
I would be great for Greece.
And he would be less corrupt.
Fans, people understand and be sympathetic towards Pease's play and being in debt. The most disappointing team is who in Division D1 or Div D2?
Oh boy, I got a handful.
Go ahead, Simon.
I'm after seeing Green Hornets play, I have to put them on this list.
Yeah, but you're talking about a team that
No, but they're way better than a 1-3 record. They should be playing better. They should be winning these games.
they could have won against Blazing
Exactly,
Bayou, though.
could have, but did not.
We have
Disappointing.
a
I
write-in.
hate you.
Yes.
Hassani Worrell said,
Oh, yes,
my
the-
guy Mo Hassani, who put on a clinic this week. by
Beijing
the way.
sensation, Hassani Royale. Yes. Another favorite of mine, actually.
Mocon is.
He's a beast, man. He's like Julio Jones out there. The Beijing sensation. Carry on.
Bayesian?
Like Baja.
He would know.
Oh, okay. I was like,
no,
what's
Beijing sensation. He'll know what's up with that. That's his nickname. The Beijing sensation. Carry on.
Smoking axolotls. I expected better out of him.
And now, as PZ looks on the phone, Beijing sensation. What's it all about?
What does this mean?
Carry on.
Yeah, smoking axolotls.
Yeah.
Not very disappointed with their performance so far.
Yeah, but are you? What more can you expect from them with their core?
I
group?
mean, they've been playing well recently. They're better than what they've been putting out.
they're in the top half of offensive scoring at 100 points.
I mean, they lost their top player in Royce Margin coming into the season, so I knew that was
Who's now
gonna
playing for the
happen.
Junkyard Dogs in
Exactly.
Division CFFN.
For me, I mean, on a personal note, Supply and Command has been terribly disappointing. Different roster every week.
Yeah, also on my list.
Stupid wrist injury. Diablos. have been there.
Yeah.
But Francois
Diablos.
Martin is just a disappointing human.
No, but I mean, this
Do you
week.
think he's just miserable?
I mean, he's probably happy.
No, I'm pretty sure he's miserable.
Really?
But
Looks like a happy guy. He always has his tongue
like,
out.
they put up
There's
31.
not a picture of him where he doesn't have his tongue out.
It's true. It's his
So
thing.
that doesn't look miserable.
It's this thing. But they put up 31 points this
Was
week.
Gene Simmons miserable? Poll.
But they allowed
Put on the
52 points.
Facebook poll group for FPL, please.
Diablo's defense is a disappointment.
Yes.
Allowing 52 this week. The Sheriff, also disappointing.
Oh, but hold on here. Let's just go back. Weren't you all on the Sheriff's bandwagon last week?
I said as soon as Louis Bichon gets hurt, they're done.
He did say, for example, as a response on Facebook Live, ha ha ha, I'm not hurt. But that comment itself sounded kind of butthurt. So
Do you think?
maybe you're butthurt.
Do you think he heard himself typing that on the Facebook Live chat? Like,
Broke a finger.
hurt my finger, man. Man, let's not
Up
see
to
that.
the season. Up to the season.
Mutation has always been also been a very well. They don't have a quarterback, but
Well, but we didn't think Vincent Marquis would be that bad just because he's brothers with JF Marquis.
Yeah, but that's like
no, but he stopped and then they switched.
He stopped being brothers.
No,
Yeah, I don't think you know how that works.
Vincent tried, didn't work. Alex Janville played quarterback, didn't work, and then they brought in some. Who they have this week? I don't remember his name.
And while we
Oh,
do that,
God,
for me,
man.
Vic in a Box is
No.
on the list too. I thought Vic in a Box would be more successful.
Yeah, but all things considered,
You're just saying that because they had a big win. They're having a rough
no.
season.
I mean, all things considered, they don't have Max Red, they don't have Craig Browning.
But still, like I thought Styles Trudeau would transition well to Division D, and he hasn't looked the part yet. Other than this week where he looked great.
Longhorns, also
Long and
this-
horny.
Longhorns should.
But
be
like
better.
at some point,
they've
they will be
Plateaued.
affected by Alzheimer's. Like they're not getting younger.
Ijed Blouin is the guy's name.
There you go. Thank you. Yeah, he plays semi-pro. He's a good football player. Not a good
Not
tackle.
the FPF football.
He's not. No.
But you can't just bring a guy into FBF expecting to be good.
That's
you
it.
see
But,
that all the time.
but that's it. That's what they thought. It's like, oh, you should be all right. No, that's not how it works.
yeah.
Peace. Some of the teams that have
Why
disappointed.
we just did my list. SNC garbage.
I mean, we
Diablos,
said like 8
Vic and
teams.
What?
We talking-
Listen to half the division.
At some point, we're gonna start being disappointed.
What about Browns to Boucherville?
I'm not
No,
disappointed.
they're
As expected.
achieving.
Actually, no, they're better than expected
Yeah.
right now.
But-
Considering the changes that they've made, they're better than expected.
But considering that the division that they were in last season,
No,
Yes.
Browns are in Boucherville.
It's like so. Browns to Boucherville is like you go out and you find out like 3 minutes in the girl's a vegan, and then you're like, oh, this is not gonna end well, but you still get sex. That's their season.
Okay.
So it's a happy
is
ending.
Nick Lassard their sex in that
Yeah,
scenario?
Nick Lassard is definitely their sex. Yeah.
Oh,
so
they
what about full senders then?
Who?
Full senders. Millie Chichere, Joseph Chichere.
Well,
Oh,
They've
sorry.
gotten wins.
Yeah, they're good, man.
They're 1
I believe
3,
they've gotten win.
but they
Yeah, they have a win.
have been.
We talked about them last week.
but they got ripped by.
But and also we
weekend.
don't know a ton about Emilio Chichare quarterback, right? Like
He's played quarterback before.
not often though. He's been on and off, and this core hasn't played FPF in a while, so it might take him a couple of weeks to sort of.
Emilio
And
Chichare
it
is
doesn't
They
get
play
easier.
both right now, and it sucks because they're my guys. But Beerview Mirrors, I guess it's
Bobby
the
Spaghetti's.
Yeah, Bobby. It's the switch at quarterback has been a little bit too much of a learning transition for them, and like the strong guys on this core aren't flourishing.
But they've gotten rocked the last couple of weeks. I was there for
It's
the
okay.
game.
They play Supply Command this week. They'll be fine.
They'll probably lose that game as well.
The
Aye.
supply no.
at the moment, the quarterback is Peeze with his right hand, so I doubt it.
Nice. But game.
It'll be awful.
Does Peace throw the ball better with his left or right hand?
Neither is particularly good.
During the warm up or in a game?
'Cause
Oh,
I-
that's a good.
I have the best warm-up arm you've
Yeah.
ever seen.
These will break your fingers during
Yeah.
the warm up, and then
Yeah,
float it in a game.
I'm the best fluffer there is.
Okay, so we look at it in
You're
the
a
name
shower,
of,
not a grower.
in the name of Peace's risks of getting better. Who badly needs a win as we approach the midway point? Is it
I'm
Blazing
curious.
Bayou?
How is this related to Peace's wrist?
Because it'll make him feel better.
Because I'm one of those teams.
Yeah, SNC, Diablos, the Smoking Age, the Sheriff for the show, or Blazing Bayous. Who needs to get themselves?
So we played for the show this week with Jeff Delos playing quarterback. Who
I feel bad for him.
I will say thank you.
You basically took the guy who was kind enough to help and
Yeah.
threw him at the wolves. Like, here,
Well,
Have a
so
bad
I
night.
started warming up to play quarterback because I felt okay, and I was like, nope, I can't throw. And so I went to Justin Blanchard. I was like, hey, dude, it looks like you're throwing this game. And he said, nope, find somebody else. So
straight up.
Justin
nope.
was having flashbacks of this winter.
in the absence of John Lewis this week, who would have been throwing when he throws when I'm hurt, we had to just go around the fields and see who was kind enough to sub. And the man who was kind enough to sub was Jeff Delos. Just not knowing the team, not knowing the core, not knowing what plays to call, it was tough. That said, I thought I'd be more impressed by for the show. Edem Diamandis, he has a limited repertoire of throws.
He's a running
So
back.
the throws that he does do well, like quick outs, hooks, anything within 5 yards are just they explode out of his hand. And then anything past 5 yards, he struggles with accuracy. I think he will be a very good FBF quarterback, by the way. Just his patience is admirable. But at the moment right now, his footwork and his arm are not where they need to be. And I found their defense to be somewhat predictable. But again, I'm saying this is a team that just lost them.
Yeah.
But we completed 5 passes
Mm-hmm.
and we lost by 1 score. It's like a math problem,
God, man.
you know? Like it wasn't. It was also like the ugliest game in the world. Stefano Berardi, scorekeeper, the battery ran out on his iPad. He had to track the score with a piece of paper.
What's
on a
worse?
score sheet, and he looked miserable in.
Charge
in
the damn iPads, Mo.
That's not me. That's
no,
not
it
me.
was Steph.
That's-
He said it was.
God damn it, Steph.
It was on him 100%. Diablo's only win has been a forfeit,
Ish.
so that's not great. Blazing Bayou don't have a particularly tough schedule, so I think they'll be okay. The Sheriff need to win before Beijing gets hurt.
So very soon.
Yeah, like they have like a week left.
Like seconds.
Yeah.
Not even like a week. Seconds to go here.
Seconds to go. The
I mean, you might
title
have
of
Is
Eagles
Is
sex tape.
The Sam Bradford of this.
I said
division?
Chris Chandler. The
No,
Chandler.
no,
Chris
I
Chandler.
really prefer Sam Bradford.
I honestly I feel like a fat Sam Bradford.
How
I've been hurt
about-
the last 3 seasons. This is not
But
fun.
like so much potential when he's healthy, right?
Oh
But,
yeah,
like, he
yeah,
never
100%.
How about Percy Harvin? I knew this would piss him off. He's like, oh, man. He knows why.
They should have kept Golden Tate instead.
I mean, are you
Should've.
surprised that a small receiver kept getting hurt in a sport where people get beheaded on a weekly basis? I
Not
mean,
beheaded.
yeah, but they had to
It's
choose between 2
ripped.
small receivers, Golden Tate and Percy Harvin. One who was a cancer in the locker room, but had like that return.
Oh, I
in
know.
Super Bowl 48, which was
Yeah.
incredible. But who was a cancer in the locker room, or Golden Tate, who's an all-around good guy who might have slept with Russell Wilson's first wife,
Who
but-
stole
Yo, in the NBA, that destroys teams. That's
Yep.
the only.
Right.
That's the only
By the
reason guys
way,
get traded in the NBA.
Yep.
that story
Only
of
reason.
Golden Tate rookie year? Quickly here.
Kyrie
Rookies-
Irving, just saying.
rookie year. He's
What's up, LeBron?
It's 4 a.m. He's hungry, going back to his condo, right? And there is a donut shop, ground level, street level, right? He actually was caught stealing maple donuts. Google it. Golden
Yo, but
Tate.
you say that, but maple syrup's expensive as shit in the States.
I know, but Google it though. Golden
But
Tate
I
donuts.
mean-
Who knows how expensive the donut was?
But
Anyway,
I'm not spending $12 for maple syrup. It's from trees. From trees.
but
You
us
spend that much
no.
on paper?
But
Yes, money.
Anyways, Jim, check it out. Google that Golden Tate maple donut fiasco, and it's the funniest story possible.
Maple is so good, it makes you want to steal it. Yeah, Canadian.
Eagle, turn off your mic.
please, Eagle, stop, forever.
Okay, gentlemen,
Give yourself a moo.
looking at Division D2, and
Yep.
Baby
Okay.
Kangaroos, Adonis A's are 4-0 each.
Here we go.
You got GLC, Wrecking Crew, both 3-1 in the 3 and 4 positions right now.
Okay.
GLC lost the Kangaroos, and they'll play Wrecking Crew this weekend.
Okay.
And they'll play Adonis A's in 2 weeks here. Can GLC or Wrecking Crew perhaps jump over these teams here and
No.
be the one?
Well,
in
there's
two
a
spots?
way. Wrecking Crew has to bench Kevin Kusai.
But is his neck tie choking him to death?
Tell you what, if they just had a ball gag, he has a different position for a whole other group of people.
Wow.
By the way, they think they're being disrespected.
Wow.
Wrecking Crew.
Why though? Is it because of the ball gag?
Because Kevin is like, oh, don't talk about us, but you're just disrespecting us. So I see the podcast.
I mean, have we really
They're
said
also
anything
3
negative
and
about
1
them?
though. They're doing well.
Yeah, but like honestly, no, but like in two or three seasons, have we ever said anything negative about Wrecking Crew? Actually,
Well, Kevin,
Well, we talked
Other
about,
than we like
Kevin
during their
Kasai.
loss.
Kevin
we
Kasai.
well,
talked
Kevin
about
Kasai
just,
is not a
like,
human person, so it's fine.
During their
Next.
loss, we talked about like the things that Wrecking Crew didn't do well in that loss, and like
Yeah, but that's fine.
'cause
Like,
Stephen Harper side excels at like slowing down the
but
pace
he's
of the
but
game.
again, I feel like he's learned since then too. Like he's been himself again. You know, and it's not a team I was terribly worried about. It's just like, oh, okay, well, this is different for them how they adapt, and they're adapting well.
So can one of two teams in GLC or Wrecking Crew jump up to the top 2 spots?
Potentially, it's tough because the Kangaroos run that Joey Taylor offense. That's the best offense in the regular season.
Organized chaos.
oh, well,
Well, no, but like, to be fair, if Danny Elwood is running it, it's the best offense in the postseason.
Yes.
it's the best offense.
But so I had a conversation this week with Fody Evangelista about that and about the prevalence of the Joey Taylor offense. And
For
I-
someone who makes fun of the way Simone pronounces things, you say prevalence pretty funny.
Yeah, I heard prevalence.
prevalence.
You said prevalence.
I don't say prevalence.
You said it. Can you
Yeah.
get that on clip, please? Put it on the poll. Do you say
I thought I said
prevalence
I
or
meant to say
prevalence?
prevalence. Sorry about that.
it's okay. You're not very good at English either.
Yeah,
Again,
what-
I only really just said it because it was fun considering you make fun of Simone.
That's true. But everyone makes fun of Simo.
Not
He does make fun of
As you
Simo.
were.
No, but so like,
Oh, Nick Below
and-
does make fun of Simo. He loves him.
that's one of the things we talked about was
It's your
was-
friend. Stop.
Carry on, please.
Jeez, Louise.
So like one of my cases for Joey Taylor being in the Hall of Fame is how he's changed offensive play calling in FPF.
For like 3 teams.
No,
Four
I didn't know.
teams.
I disagree. For a whole bunch of teams, Division 3 and downward. For the
Name-
greatest,
name 5.
name 5.
No, hold on. Before you answer that question, but before you answer that question, what you did now, are you seeing from a perspective of how they run something along those lines, like a spread offense, but in the Joy Taylor version
Well,
of
a
that?
spread. One of the things too is not rolling out to run and not really rolling out, but just changing the windows and really like teams use floods, but like Joey Taylor floods like Katrina, like
Wow.
it's the most effective version of it. Y'all are laughing, whatever. It's long enough. Mokan's eating.
No, that was great. That was actually very good.
Yeah. And the thing is like the guys who run the offense outside of him are all improving at a steady rate. And this is not a joke for baby kangaroos. And
I think it's an offense that does not require as much quarterback standard talent
yes,
to run.
but my thing is we have yet to see like a true quarterback run it, and I think when we do, it's going to be dominant.
Okay, so I'll give you the example now.
Maybe.
Let's just say, for those who don't know who Kevin Wyeth is, he's one of the best quarterbacks the best quarterback of all time in FPF history. If he ran the Joy Taylor offense with this core group of baby kangaroos, would it be better or would it
So
be
it's harder in
equal?
Division 1 because of how much
He didn't say in Division 1. He said on this team.
this team?
On
Would it be
this one.
better
Kevin
on
Wyeth
this
will
team?
make any team better.
Yeah.
So that's a bad example.
with his left
but
hand.
If you need an example of that, like this is years ago, but the Pac-Men in Division
Yes.
2 were like
2009.
a Div 4 team to be very generous. And then Kev came on in this team and
Took 'em
made
to the
them a playoff
semifinals.
team. Yeah, they were like 0-4 and he made them make playoffs.
But you
I
can
also feel like Mrs. Pac-Man was very generous.
You can argue that the triple
Yeah.
slants that's run in Division
Is-
1
is-
is
it's-
basically the
so-
Joey Taylor.
One of his concepts is sort of a modified triple slants that's easier to read and run for guys who don't have the quick release that Kevin Wyatt has.
I think
So-
someone in like a mid-range, not necessarily like high division, but a mid-range quarterback who runs a similar style to Joey would be Doug McKernan.
So for baby
Yeah.
kangaroos, though, do they actually have an offense? Can you, if you sat down,
This is an offense.
But I'm
this
saying
isn't
no.
even a question.
It's
No,
a
but here's the
definition of a
thing, though.
system.
But here's the thing, though, right? If you sat down and watched film on them, would you be able to recognize, okay, this is what they're going to run on third
Yes.
and 2. This is what they're going to run on first and 10.
So the flaw is that people now know it, and so defenses in the playoffs have made it difficult for these teams. Well, not except for except for Danny Aylward's win now 2 championships and an FAF Cup, but
But I think that's the thing with Danny is I believe that he's able to know that they're gonna know what I'm doing, so he needs to be able to change and have another
Mhm.
read within the same play, which is something that I haven't really seen from Eric and Joey. Is they'll go back to that play expecting it to work, where Danny sort of uses his legs a little bit more.
I also feel like they have a guy in the division they play in Brandon Aylward, that's kind of like adding Kevin Durant to the Warriors. Like, yes, the system is dominant, but when the system breaks down, you need a guy to get a shot off.
and he
yeah.
answered the call.
And that's what Kevin Durant does. That's what Brandon Aylward adds to
Yes.
Danny Aylward. But like, so those teams in slightly higher divisions need a guy who's going to be able to do that.
Yes, Eagle.
Do you guys think there's any offenses that are struggling in Div D that can benefit from this?
Everyone can benefit from that.
Yeah, but
system.
someone specifically, it's like they literally can't get the ball downfield. You can be like, okay, you guys should
Smoking
try
out
running
slots.
this.
LBB.
Oh yeah, big
Yeah,
time.
that's a good one.
Yeah, because their receivers are very good.
Yep.
They're guys
And
who
they're
can
also
get
very
a ton of
frustrating.
yaks.
They're also very frustrated.
Green Hornets, maybe?
Again, I don't know what's the case for it not improving teams.
Fair.
When was the one time we saw it not improve? We talked about in Division E podcast where we saw it this week, where it made a team who was one of the teams that came into FPF and had a hard time winning, made them competitive in a game.
All right, gentlemen, Dreambreakers, what do we know about this team here in Division DD2? They are in the 6th seed, 2-2.
I know.
And-
I mean,
Mo, tell us about Francois Dessau, because you seem to know the dude.
Oh, I'm still trying to figure out this team here.
But he plays on that team.
I know, but
He's
I'm
a
saying,
recent pickup.
but that's what I'm saying, though. No, he plays for Blazing Bayou, by the way.
yeah, somebody's about you.
Oh, sorry. I thought I saw him on the Dream Breakers roster.
No, he's on. He's playing with the Dows.
Yeah. If we're talking about Blazing Bayou, that'd be a different story.
My bad.
So
My
all
bad.
I know about
Is he
Dream
replacing a
Breakers,
quarterback?
No.
all I know about Dream Breakers is they break dreams. Not sure what that means, but that doesn't sound so nice.
You broke my dream of having a productive podcast where you don't say anything stupid.
Well,
I mean, you're a very
look,
nice
these
person.
guys are all new players.
It's
These guys are all new players, 60 reigns all across
Okay,
the board.
So they have their quarterback Sebastien Dallaire is good. He's like, for a new player in FPF, you rarely get somebody that's that efficient. Like
Mhm.
he's considering it's a new team in a league they never played before. They're all learning at the same time.
So
It's
Francois
impressive to
Dessau
see.
has one game played with Dream Breakers.
When was,
Desiro.
when was the game?
I don't know. I just saw on the GP.
Just
No,
press on his
it's
name.
Francois Desaro who's playing for.
Oh, Desiro. Oh, my
Yeah.
bad. I confused them.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell's going on here?
My bad. I thought it was the same dude, man.
Also, the Dream Breakers have Pierre-Alexandre Tache, or is it Taché? I don't know.
I think it's Tash.
Actually.
Taché?
It's no
there's
accent.
there's no accent, so we don't know.
You're relying on our website to be the definitive source?
Yes.
Yes. Next question.
We don't have more information.
It's the only information we have, so it's the only information.
So
we
he's got
use.
5 touchdowns, which is good. After 4 weeks, 2 picks and 2 sacks. That's a weird stat line to me.
Why is it
Why
weird?
is that?
Does that mean is he a very 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 good rusher that gets interceptions? Is he versatile and plays?
I think they
more
rotate
of
guys. To be honest.
So yeah, but that means like you're very dominant because you got the most picks on the team without being a full time DB.
Yeah. So like, to me, those are the two guys I noticed. Pierre-Alex Tash, 5 touchdowns already, and he had to throw in a game. So
Yeah.
So he has 5 receiving touchdowns, and he only played 3 games receiver.
It's pretty good.
So that's impressive. The schedule I think looks.
They
pretty
went
easy for
through
them.
the 2 best teams so far. When
Yeah.
They lost to Baby Kangaroos and they lost to GLC. But they have one more key game, Wrecking Crew, which is, I think, week 9.
It's gonna be a fun game.
Is this the kind of team that's just losing to experienced teams because they don't have the experience.
I think so.
I think if they would have played one of these teams week 8, 9, 10, the
Different
game,
game.
it would have been a bit very different. Game.
Yes, Eagle.
They got the exploding hot boys next week.
Yeah, they'll rip
Pew,
them
pew,
for
pew,
about
pew.
50.
50?
Okay,
Did
30,
Eagles start
30.
to fracture for Hot
30,
Boys?
30.
No.
Or was it when they cut GM?
I think when they cut.
A lot of ex-Hot Boys in this room.
A lot of
Have
too
you
many
ever
of
played
them,
with
to be
them?
honest.
Some less hot men.
It is now time for
Week games of
The
the
first game, please.
Fun Boys Renegades.
Fun Boys.
yes, sir.
Same.
Blazing Bayou Diablos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Bayou.
Yeah, I could see Diablos being a bit rattled by the Daus. And Jordan Moses on that team now full time. That's a
where?
big-
Yeah, he
on
had a big
Blazing
game.
Bayou?
He had
That's
like
a-
2
that's a
touchdowns.
That
big
helps a
position.
lot. In that case, I was gonna go Diablos, but I'll go Blazing Bayous at that point.
Next.
Wrecking Crew. Green Lantern Corps.
It's a great game.
That is a great game.
Yeah.
It's a huge game. I saw Wrecking Crew play, and Kevin was really upset at you guys, in particular Peeze.
That's okay.
Okay.
Give me Wrecking Crew, because I don't want him to be upset at me this week.
Nope. Gave me Atlantic Corp.
No, I think Kevin Kusai will swallow the gag ball and will miss the game, so therefore Wrecking Crew.
And Cheat Code against Mutation.
Cheat code, man.
That's gonna be.
They're just running everyone
I
off
take
the
cheat
field.
code with a plus minus of 35.
So they win by 35.
They'll win by more than 35 wins.
So it's over 35.
Give me cheat code.
All right. Match words, please.
And if I die in rally, at least I'll die free.
Is that the?
I mean-
is that New Hampshire's slogan?
Well, live for your
That's
die.
live for your die.
Live for your die, right.
I mean, I get the whole dying free thing, but you're still dying. Would you rather just
You don't
live?
understand the South.
Would you rather just live?
Like,
I mean, look, but
the furthest south he's been. Peace.
Yeah, if you are to
the
die.
furthest south he's been is like Brossard. That's it. Like, he's never been.
Well, he's going to Jamaica.
Well, that's,
But I don't know if that
that's-
counts.
Yeah.
I also go to Florida like
Counts the South.
4 times a
You
year.
should come to Nashville, man. It'd be awesome.
Where's
I'll have
Nashville?
That's a great city, man.
I don't even know where it is.
Great food.
Never
Don't
heard
know
of
what Nashville is.
Can you stop talking so we can end the show?
it. No.
I was going to say it was a city that at least is less racist than Montreal, so they trade for the black guy instead of trading away the black guy.